Hi, Retro Crew. They announced that they're working on Uncharted 2. We're going to discuss that today.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons.
I really hope they make this one better than the first one.
Yeah.
They tried to cram way too much into the first one, and it made it bad.
Yeah, plus the casting choices
didn't
help. And they're returning, I'm sure, for the sequel.
No! No!
I don't see Tom Holland as a Nathan Drake or Mark Wahlberg as a Sully.
No, me neither.
Like Bryan Cranston would have been the best Sully.
How do you know my name?
And Chris Pratt probably for Nathan Drake, since he looks exactly like him.
You'll need a Chris Pratt type.
Like you said, they crammed too much, and they just tried to put everything from all the video games in. Like, hey, remember when this happened in the game? Remember this? Remember that?
Yeah, like fan service.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that.
Right.
Although, they kind of left it open for like the sequel to be like number one.
Yeah.
The first game, so maybe.
Hopefully they do follow the plot of that game. And they hire someone good to be Elena.
Elena?
Well,
Not that lady from that short video there.
no. Well, no. She's like way older than Tom Holland. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. She was on episodes, I think.
You think?
She was on something I watched recently. Ish.
Episodes we watched a while ago.
That's why I said ish. Did you hear the ish?
I did.
Okay.
I ignored it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ignore.
But anyway, I'm excited. I did like this one, even though I'm complaining about it, and I didn't like the casting too much.
Yeah, I did like it.
If they didn't call it Uncharted, I think it would have been a better movie.
Yeah, definitely.
They didn't try to make it Uncharted.
Yeah, I just don't like the casting choices mostly.
So bad.
Not that I don't like Tom Holland or Mark Wahlberg, but when I think of Uncharted, I don't think of them.
Me neither. I think Mark Wahlberg was once going to be...
He was going to be Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
But then
Which would have been weird too.
Yeah. Took so long to make it, they changed him and made him...
Go on.
Sully.
Yeah. And they just didn't... I know it's not the same as a video game, but when you think of them, you think of how they are in the video games, and they just weren't like that in this movie.
No, they weren't.
I know at the end, again, they tried to like tie it all in, and he's growing a mustache, and he had the signature Sully gun.
Yeah.
All that, but...
I also didn't like... I know Nathan's not the best guy in the world, but how they made him like a thief who stole from customers at the bar that he worked at.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that.
Oh, I hated it.
Really?
Or that he was working at the bar, and like, just every time someone ordered a drink, he'd tell them the history of it, or that kind of thing.
Like a know-it-all.
Yeah.
Which like Nathan is kind of, but not.
Yeah, but I just like how it was more, they met when Nate was even younger, and Sully kind of raised him into that lifestyle, and that's like all he did.
Yeah, and
Not like
they
he just
changed it in this.
picked him up at a bar and took him home and groomed him into his protege or whatever.
Yeah, and they didn't really like each other through the whole movie.
They really, really, really did not like each other.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, weird choices made all around, I think.
Yeah. I really hope the second one kind of fixes some of that.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
now
don't think they're going to go back and retcon it, but...
No. Now they can hit the ground running, and they know each other better, so maybe they have a better relationship. And,
yeah. And I like how Mark Wahlberg had a mustache in the end scene there.
Yeah.
Like Sully actually does.
Mm-hmm. Which I had mentioned earlier.
I did not hear that.
But anyway.
Well, I wanted to mention it again. It's worth bringing up.
Did you forget that I mentioned it?
I didn't
Okay.
even know that you brought it up. Maybe I heard it and just ignored it.
I do that.
Sounds like something you'd do.
Yeah. It seems to happen a lot.
Probably more than anyone should, really.
I don't know if the same writers and everything's going to be working on the second one, or if they get someone new
I don't
who
know.
can kind of like more familiar with the game or like the game better and wants to be more faithful to it.
Yeah. I hope they are more faithful to the games.
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Like
I really do hope it's like number one, like the first game.
Yeah, and like I was saying, they kind of just had to introduce everything to this one, right? Maybe to people who didn't play the games, and maybe it appealed more to them. But now they have that all established, they can...
Well, I don't want it all to be fan service either.
Me neither, but...
Like, it seems like when they remake, like the Star Wars movies, like,
oh, yeah.
The Han Solo one for sure.
Yeah, right.
That's just all fan service, and it makes it bad.
Are you saying, son?
Kind of what I'm saying is conflicting each other, because I want it to be like the first one, but also I don't want a lot of fan service. So I don't know.
I mean, you can it'd be better off as a TV show because The Last of Us proved that you can follow the game pretty closely and still be really good.
Yeah.
Like, not just fan service. Like, hey, remember this from the game?
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was one of the best video game adaptations I've ever seen.
Me too.
It was really close to the game, too.
Yeah.
Of course, they had to cut some stuff out, but...
And the casting choices were better for that. I mean, I know Pedro Pascal's pretty popular right now, but he still did a really good job as Joel.
Yeah, he did. I like those casting choices way better than this.
Yeah. Because he's got range. Like, he can change to be who he needs to be instead of Mark Wahlberg just being Mark Wahlberg.
Sorry, Mark.
Like, Sully doesn't really sound like Mark Wahlberg. He had more of that gruff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do any impressions right now, but...
Yeah, he should have had a gruffer voice instead of, like, just the Mark Wahlberg voice.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That's not what he's saying.
Pascal can change, and like he could be the Mandalorian, which I guess the voice is still kind of close to.
So close!
And Nathan Drake is kind of a jokester, and Tom Holland didn't really joke around a lot.
No.
Say a lot of jokes in the movie.
No joke.
But even when he's getting shot at and people are trying to kill him, he's still joking around.
Such a jokester.
And they did put Nolan North in there in that one part,
Yeah,
which again just called back to the video games. He's like, hey, something similar happened to me once.
on the beach there when they washed up on shore.
Yeah. But that's always in remakes or adaptations of things. They always put the original.
Yeah,
Like
they
in
did that
Starsky
in The
and
Last
Hutch.
of Us too.
Yeah. Starsky and Hutch, they had the original Starsky and Hutch at the end. They sold them the
Yeah,
car.
and 21 Jump Street, they were in there.
Right? Like you said, The Last of Us had all the voice actors
Yeah,
strewn about.
There were people, and they were there.
yeah, I am excited for it. I'm kind of scared too.
Yeah, I'm going to
Really?
watch it regardless.
Me too, but I hope they don't do like they did with this one. Like I said, it's a good movie. It's just not like an Uncharted movie. If they named it something else and it wasn't Nathan and Sully,
And Chloe.
yeah, it would have been better. It wasn't faithful enough to the movie or the game, I guess.
I guess that was different, huh?
Maybe the second one will be. It'll still be hard to get over the actors in those roles.
Yeah.
But maybe if Mark Wahlberg has a mustache throughout the whole thing and he has a cigar.
Yeah, maybe that'll
It'll
change
help.
it a little bit. And he has a signature gun.
Yeah, and their dynamic is different. Instead of like antagonistic towards each other. And
Yeah, they joke around with each other.
like they work together and they know
Yeah,
how to work with each other and all that kind of stuff. Which I guess
Hopefully.
is a good thing. But
I think they worked as a team.
because this one they didn't seem to like each other through the whole movie. They kept double crossing each other.
mhm.
Well, Nathan wasn't really, but Sully was.
Yeah,
and Chloe was. But
keeping secrets about Nate's brother.
yeah,
He knew when Nate was asking him and he denied anything. And he knowledge her. Which is another thing. I know all the players of the game by that point knew about Nate's brother. They kind of like built up to it. From the first 3 games, he didn't even have a brother.
yeah,
And then they decided to throw one in the 4th game. Now it's just like, it's an overarching thing. Oops.
yeah.
Kinda
I
like
mean,
it.
in real life it would be like that,
Yeah, I know, that's true.
but in the video game they just
You think they'd reference it a little bit, though, throughout, because they know each other. And like I said, Nate grew up with Sully. So he probably met Sam before that. So throughout the games, they probably, like he's talking about Nate when he was younger and he didn't say anything about his brother or anything like that.
yeah, but they didn't even plan to have a brother until number 4. That's why they didn't
Yeah, I
in the
know.
games.
I know.
Plus, we only saw Nathan and Sully together when they were doing their treasure hunting,
Hey, they're working.
so we didn't see them all the time.
Nope. Didn't see much.
So like, hey, we're gonna find this pirate treasure. Your brother would love this. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess they could, but
Yeah, and like I said, they talked about like things that Nate did when he was younger, like when he was put in prison for things or something. He didn't, like, you think you and your brother were put in prison, or I don't know.
but like I said, they didn't plan on putting the brother in there till 4. So
Alright, I know. But now they got it and they can make references to it in the movies, I guess.
yeah, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
It makes more sense than how they did it in the games.
Yeah, but it seems like they really threw it in your face in this movie.
Wow, threw that right in my face.
Which I guess again is fan service. Like, hey, remember he's got a brother?
Yeah, I hope it's not just a fan service movie, but I do hope it is like the first video game.
Yeah, me too.
That would be good.
I still got to finish playing through that one again.
I'd like to see how they do the
Oh, the Descendants?
Descendants, yeah. If they are in there.
I want them.
Well, I'm sure if they follow the game, they will be. I don't know what that noise was. But I think I was thinking of saying more, but I didn't know where I was going with my thought.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all I want to say for now, anyways.
Yeah, me too.
We'll have to see what happens with the production and casting and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let us know what you think. Are you excited for Uncharted 2? Like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Watch one of these 2 videos, and we'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.